everyone, my name is Cleo. Welcome back to my channel. If you haven't seen my prior video where I announced that I literally quit my job, I also announced that I'm moving out of New York City, which is literally insane. And today is July 10th and it marks the start of the moving vlogs. I don't have to move out till the end of the month, but I figured I'd get a head start and try to clear as much stuff as I can slowly so I'm not stressed by the end of it. It's only been 2 days since I quit my job and there's already so much to do. But first order of business is I went through last night to find and comb through a bunch of old books I want to get rid of, and it was such a freaking time capsule. Look at this book by Bubs Beauty. It's called A Beautiful Mind, A Beautiful Life, the Bubs Guide to Being Unstoppable. Literally, I bought this book in college because I was the biggest Bubs Beauty fan, and when I found this, I was like, holy moly, a literal blast from the freaking past. And I also have some other books that I need to get rid of, this insanely thick organic chemistry textbook from my college days. I literally packed it and drove it down from graduation, and I've had it in my apartments ever since. I don't know how this book survived literally all my freaking moves, but I need to get rid of it. So today I'm gonna go on a little adventure and try to sell them to a secondhand bookstore, and the ones that they don't buy I'm gonna try to just donate. But yes, that's the first thing. If you've seen some of my past videos where I keep trying to sell my clothes to a consignment store and I wait 2 hours and they end up giving me $0, that's my toxic trait, is that I keep going back even though the results never pan out. And I have a bad feeling that the same thing will happen with these books, except these books are oh my gosh, way freaking heavier. So I'm gonna literally pack a suitcase and roll them to a bookstore that I found online that buys used books and hope for the best. It is now Friday, July 11th. I'm literally so exhausted. I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I went to sleep late and then I got woken up by all this running and screaming and door slamming from the neighbors in the hall, and I'm so tired. But it is okay. The best thing about unemployment is that I can nap whenever, so hopefully I can nap later. But the first order of business for today is to list some of the bigger items on Facebook Marketplace so I can start selling it and getting rid of it and making more space in my apartment. And my two big goals is listing the piano and the couch. I also have some small things, but that's kind of whatever. Context, this is the couch in question, and then this is the piano keyboard. I honestly haven't played it in a hot minute, but also I don't really want to ship it. My guitar, I am probably gonna ship. Anyways, okay, these are the two things that I'm gonna try to get rid of soon. You can see here, it's literally so freaking dusty because I haven't played it in so long. So I'm gonna have to just do a wipe down and clean up before I take photos. But yeah. High chance they don't take any of these books, but I just have to try. Home now from my journey. They ended up taking 7 of my books, but gave me $5.80 for all of it. Honestly, I consider that a win. They took like 70% of the books that I brought, and the main goal was to kind of offload them. And the reason why I don't just throw them out is just I feel bad for the waste. I'm like, these are still good books. Like, what if someone out there actually wants them? And so I just feel sad to like throw them out on the sidewalk. So I'm glad that they'll find a new home, even though I only got $5.80 for all of my effort. And like the 3 that I didn't get rid of, I'll just try to donate, but that is that. I also ended up hosting my couch and my piano. No takers yet, but hopefully soon. Hello everyone. It is Monday, July 14th, which means we're about 2 weeks from the move out date. I literally have made not any progress, and I feel like I thought I had more time, and then all of a sudden I looked at the calendar and I'm like, I actually don't have any time. So now I'm panicking. It is like 11 p.m. and I realized I've just been trying to keep the space clean still, but I'm like, you know what? None of that. It's time to wreak some havoc. I need to do some serious packing and try to clear some stuff out and see what's up. So, okay. And also panic listing things on Facebook Marketplace right now because I'm like, whatever, F it. It's better if it's gone early. So that's what I'm going to be doing tonight. So much freaking dust, but it's so crazy because this is literally the suitcase I used to move into college all those years ago, and I've just been having this under my bed for all these years, and I obviously never use it because I never have like check-in luggage, but I don't know, full circle. Now I'm using it to leave New York, and I don't know, crazy. No. Okay, that's unfortunate. I thought this suitcase would be empty, but it's filled with things. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh no. I was like, what's in this entire suitcase? It's literally, look at this. What a freaking surprise. So I went to my friend's wedding last year and I bought this lehenga, I think it's called. Look how big this skirt is. Like the petticoat situation is no joke. It literally weighs like 1,000,000 pounds and it's so heavy. Like it literally has a mind of its own and it just sits by itself. Like look, that's so spooky. But, oh, okay. Honestly, I kind of want to try it on right now. It's so freaking cute. But what would I do with it? I don't know. I literally was mentally ill at the time I bought this and like really splurged on it because I was like, might as well. But now I'm like, okay, I really didn't need to go this intense. I could have just bought a normal one like everyone else, but now I don't even know how I'm gonna bag it and like move. Oh my gosh. Literally, what the heck? But again, kind of cute. Like, do you see the vision? Do you see the vision? Okay. I don't know at what point my life decisions resulted in me trying to pack this gigantic lehenga back into this bag at like midnight. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with this, to be honest. Like, am I gonna ship this back home? Is this like a ship back home type of thing? Or is this like a... Do you think someone will buy it off me? I don't know. I've only ever worn it once and it was for like half a day. Ugh, okay. Time to stuff it back in here. I literally have not touched my uke in years. But then finding this freaking bag in my suitcase made me be like, oh my gosh, I kind of miss it low key. So long. Also, this is like out of tune. I can hear it, but in the bag it goes. I honestly don't know how I'm gonna move this either. It's like so delicate and small. Ugh. Do I just like carry it with me on the plane like a freaking, like a try-hard being like, hey guys, just bring my uke on this flight. And then there's other random stuff like this. Like, my mom bought me this because, like, I used to have chronic migraines and, like, severe neck pain. And so, like, I'm supposed to be sleeping on this thing for, like, 10 minutes a day. But not more than 10 minutes because they were like, don't do more than 10, you'll regret it. And I'm like, why? It's just a piece of foam. So now I'm gonna have to deal with this also. Oh my gosh. And then, like, this thing. Oh my gosh. It's like this hot water bottle bag. Oh no. Honestly, kind of cute. Why don't I use this? Was there water in here? Oh my god, ew. No, it's clean. Oh, thank god. Well, cute. I kind of want to keep this. It's the hoarder mentality. I've never used this for all my years of living in New York, and now that I found it, I'm like, oh my gosh, I should use it. Sickening. It says, you can do this. That's very nice. Hello, it is now a few days later. It's officially Wednesday, July 16th. The big win for today. I'm selling and getting rid of my huge Muji storage containers. Let me show you. Okay, look how many and how massive these are. These were under my bed for like clothing storage, so I'm glad that someone's actually taking them. But of course, the bad thing is I'm still living here for the next few weeks, so I will have no clothing storage and my apartment's just gonna look like a mess. But I felt like it was just better to get it out sooner rather than later, so I'm not stressed once I actually have to move out. So that is the update for the move. And also, fingers crossed, someone reached out saying that they want to buy this dresser, so hopefully they actually come through tomorrow, but we'll see.
They ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Hello, another day, another dancing for the dollar. I literally am so tired, but someone bought my big dresser and she said that she could only meet at like 8:30. So I woke up, hauled butt, and then she said she's gonna be 20 minutes late. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay. So now I'm just waiting here in the lobby for her to come. Hopefully she doesn't flake because I already lugged this stupid freaking thing all the way down here. Like, look at it. She was 50 minutes late. I'm officially giving up. I'm like, I don't know why people can't just show up. Okay, hello. Literally, it's the next morning. I woke up so stressed out that I really haven't sold any furniture yet. And like my pieces are moving slower than they usually do. I don't know if I'm just like pricing them too high or something. But God provides. Literally randomly, this guy messaged saying, can he take my dining table, my 2 chairs, and my mirror all at the same time? And I was like, yes. Thank you so much. So he was like, oh, I can be there in 15 minutes. I'm like, okay, yes, please come. I'm stressed out. So I'm gonna grab the trolley and try to load it now. But thank goodness for this man. Ugh, I was getting so stressed. But anyways. Okay, it's now the same day. It's still Friday. Someone offered to buy the dresser, but boy, is she making me dance for the dollar because she's like, oh, I don't want to come because I'm tired. Can I just call like an Uber and you load it in the car and then send it to my house? And I think I'm desperate to get rid of this dresser because having it in my space is stressing me out because it's so big. So I said, fine, but I feel like it's gonna be a mistake. I can just sense it. Okay, so yesterday was literally another freaking tragedy. I don't even know how to begin to describe what happened with this girl that I tried to sell the dresser to. Basically, she lived like maybe like a 40-minute Uber ride away from me in Manhattan, and she was like, oh my gosh, I really want your dresser. And then she was like, I'm gonna come Uber and pick it up. She was like, but it's like really heavy. Can you help me lift it in the car? And I was like, of course, no worries, no problem. And then like 2 seconds later, she was like, oh, actually, I'm like really tired and I don't want to come get it myself. Can I send like an Uber courier to come pick it up for me? And Uber courier is basically the service Uber has where like they can send someone to pick up a package for you like in an Uber and then drive to you and drop it off. It's like super handy for like small things, but I looked it up and I was like, I don't think they're gonna bring this massive dresser. But I was like, I don't know, I've never tried it, like YOLO. I'm just gonna give her a chance. And then she like calls this car and I was like, you need to call an XL because this is like a big dresser. And then she sends me the Uber ride link and it's like a freaking small Toyota Corolla. And I I was like, what? And she was like, I'm pretty sure it's gonna fit. And I was like, I don't think it's gonna fit. I was like, but you know what? I don't want to be seeming like this uptight person. I was trying to micromanage the stranger's life. So I was like, it's fine. I'm gonna be like, okay, I already said my piece. And then it was like, oh, the Uber driver's here. So I was like waiting downstairs. And then I don't see the car at all. And she's like, oh, let me call him. And then she was like, oh, he didn't pick up. And I was like, okay, well, I don't see him. Like, the street's literally empty. And then I check her Uber thing again. And it turns out she put my address in wrong, even though I messaged it to her. So I was like, how did you mistype my address? Why didn't you just copy it into the Uber ride thing? Anyway, so that car cancels. Then she calls a new one. And then I check the ETA, 20 minutes. But the thing is, I already brought the dresser downstairs because they said the driver was here. So I was like, okay, I don't want to bring it back up. So let me just wait outside because I'm already here. Because it's like too much work to bring it back up and down. And then we were waiting. And then the car said it was a Ford Edge, which is like supposedly big enough. And then the guy finally pulls up. And I was like, are you the guy? Because the guy looked like the same in the photo, but he drove a different car. And I was like, sir, this is not a Ford Edge. This is like a Subaru Outback. I'm like, what do you mean? And he was like, I'm Manuel. I am Manuel. And I was like, okay, but where's your big car? And he was like, no. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then he walks away being like, I can't pick it up. I'm not putting this dresser in my car. And I was like, you're joking. So then I messaged this girl. I was like, brother, like, the guy pulled up different car, says he's not taking it. And then she was like, what? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, I'm leaving. I've already been standing outside for 30 minutes. And she's like, no, I'm so sorry. Like, I really want the dresser. Like, I'm coming right now. And I'm like, okay, if you really wanted it, you should have come in the first place. She was like, let me call an Uber, get to your place, and then I'll take it back in an Uber. And I was like, okay, I really don't think an Uber is going to take this dresser. I was like, what's going on? Why did I even fall for your tomfoolery? So then I just had to leave. And this is literally second time someone freaking betrayed me for this stupid dresser. And then today, another person said that they would come pick up the dresser. Yesterday, they were like, see you at noon. It's now 12:10, and he hasn't said anything to me all morning. And I was like, okay, is he still coming? But bad news is, like, I went downstairs to go look for the freaking trolley to bring the dresser down. The trolleys are gone. I'm like, I think it's because it's the weekend and everyone's using it for their own move. And I'm like, how am I going to bring it down? This dresser has caused me so much anguish. Okay, literally, this dresser is cursed. I think at this point, I'm just going to leave it on the side of the road. Because this guy yesterday said he could do 12 p.m. He was like, yeah. At 12:05, I was like, hi, can you let me know when you're 5 minutes out so I can start bringing it downstairs? And he was like, I haven't left yet. And I was like, no way you haven't left yet. What the heck? It's already 12:05. You were supposed to be here. And I was like, okay, do you know your ETA? And he was like, 1. I'm like, that's an hour late. Like, with no communication, I don't get it. Like, does he think I'm just laying around waiting for him? I have things to do. I'm like, so how could you in your good conscience purposely make someone wait for you for an hour? A stranger. I don't get it. I'm literally disheveled because I kid you not, the trolley was gone. So then it was a struggle to get the dresser downstairs. Also, everyone's like moving in today because it's the weekend. So the elevators are super jammed and slow. I finally get downstairs. The guy shows up in a massive van an hour late. And when the dresser is basically already in his van, he's like, oof, it's like much smaller in person than I expected. Like, this isn't gonna work. And I said, no mother effing way. You're an hour late. I've already waited an hour. You told me to mark this listing as pending, so I thought you were serious. I'm like, what do you mean?
What do you mean?
I'm like, you have to take it. You literally rented this freaking van and drove an hour here. Like,
what do you mean?
What do you mean?
I was like, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm like, I can't believe this. And then he was just like, oh, like, it's too small. I'm like, no, it can fit a lot of things. Also, I posted the dimensions online. So why didn't you, like, what do you mean? And then he was like, I don't know. And I was like, you have to take it. You have to take it. And then he was like, fine, I'll take it. Can I get a discount though? And I said, no. What? You were an hour late and I already discounted it. Like, from my original listing price. I was like, you're joking. You're joking. Oh my gosh. Good riddance. The cursed dresser. I'm losing my mind.